Mom, we want a baby brother. I don't even flinch when I hear this, because with 3 girls aged 7, 7, and 5, it's something I hear a lot. But on this day, I know it means only one thing. My husband has been brainwashing the children again. Now, we're done having kids. Still, I know that Christian would be thrilled at the chance to give it just one more shot. Whenever we're out and about and see a family with 3 girls followed up by a bouncing baby boy, he nudges me and points, "See, I told you. The next one's going to be a boy." And I smile and pat him on the shoulder and say, "Maybe with your next wife." Still, he can't resist the urge to stick the idea of having a baby brother into the girls' heads. "Tell Mom you want a baby brother. Wouldn't it be fun to have a baby brother? Oh, look at that sweet little baby. Don't you want a baby brother?" So when confronted with this request, or more of a demand, I have no choice but to share the realities that a baby brother would bring. Babies cry a lot, I tell them, and they sleep a lot, so you guys would have to be super quiet. And they wear stinky diapers. And then it hits me. Have I ever told you girls about how you were born? Now, we've touched lightly on the whole birthing process, but before I can even get to that part, they stop me. "Wait, how did we get into your tummy?" "Well," says my husband, stepping forward and holding his thumb and forefinger about 1 millimeter apart, "Daddy gave Mommy a seed." And he speaks with such conviction, like he's been waiting for this moment his entire life. The moment he gets to demonstrate his parenting expertise by explaining sex to his children without actually explaining sex to his children, it's amazing. But we're not really here to talk about how the baby got in. In order to effectively scare the idea of having a baby brother out of my children's heads, we need to talk about all of the horrific ways in which the baby comes out. Or in my case, that Monday that I was rushed to the OR for an emergency C-section. My girls have seen and inspected my C-section scar. Babies being cut out of bellies is the version of the story they relate to. They're curious and they don't gross out too easily. "The doctor cut open your belly with a knife? Did it hurt?" I field these questions easily, but I can see that the idea of having their beloved mother cut wide open at the midsection is slightly horrifying, yet completely fascinating. I need something else. See, the whole reason I was rushed to the OR on that Monday was that I was very sick. My blood pressure was through the roof, my kidneys were failing, and my body was shutting down from severe preeclampsia, and the only thing that was going to stop it was delivering those 2 babies. And I was only 31 weeks. Well, remember, girls, Mommy gets really sick when she's pregnant. The complexities of preeclampsia are hard to explain to the 5 to 7-year-old set. In their world of cuts and scrapes and bruises, things like high blood pressure and renal failure don't really mean a whole lot. Rachel and Claire know that they were born very early and that they were very tiny, and that I visited them every day in the hospital until they were strong enough to come home. When I got pregnant with my youngest, I knew I had a small chance of getting the disease again, and sure enough, I did. I spent the tail end of that pregnancy confined to the couch, trying to care for 2 not yet 2-year-olds, praying my blood pressure would remain stable, that there would be no emergency trips to the hospital, that I could bring this baby home with me. And I did. But my doctor assured me that should I get pregnant a 3rd time, I would most definitely suffer from the disease again. See, for me, having another baby isn't just an inconvenience or a discomfort. It isn't the morning sickness or the swelling or the sciatica or the constipation, although trust me, all of those really, really suck. Enduring another pregnancy is like flying on a trapeze with no safety net. There's a chance I could manage the disease with little issue, but at this point in the game, the stakes are too high. As much as I know that a new baby would be welcomed into this family with all of the love and excitement and joy we could stand to give him, I want to be here for that too. And I need to be here for the family I have now. I try to explain this to the girls in watered-down terms like, Mommy just doesn't handle pregnancy very well. I try to express the danger while keeping the potential nightmares at bay. So, you could die? And they glance at one another with wide eyes, and I can almost feel the silent communication between them as their faces crumble, and I worry if I've gone too far. Then Claire, oldest by a minute, straightens up, and with the conviction of a newly minted 7-year-old, says, "Mommy, we do not want a baby brother. That is not a good idea." And I feel this twinge in my belly. It's the feeling a lot of moms get when they see a tiny baby snuggled up in its mother's arms, or a toddler running precariously on a fresh set of legs. It's a feeling I get when I realize that in just a few short weeks I'll walk out of our preschool for the last time, with no reason to go back. It's a feeling I get when I realize that from here on out, our kids are only going to grow older and further away from us. But this time I know that feeling is something different. My husband is most likely not going to get that baby boy, and we're okay with that. He has 3 incredible girls who wrestle with him and snuggle with him. They play Minecraft with him. And we're done with this baby stuff. No, this time I know. This time I know that my ovaries are practically reaching across my uterus to high-five each other. As I turn to my girls and with the utmost sincerity say, you know what, I think you're right. It doesn't sound like a very good idea at all, does it?